Howdy guys, Radio Magic here. I hope you are all having a fantastic morning, evening, afternoon, day, whatever you're up to, wherever you are. Today we're not doing another Kaladesh Remastered draft. We're going to be jumping back into the roots with some Zendikar Rising. It's been quite a few days since we've last given that a shot, so I thought we'd go and give it another try. And wow, we've opened some powerful cards, and I hope you guys know which one I'm leaning straight towards. It would not be the rare, but yes, the Roost of Drakes is going to be a snap up here. This is more powerful than some of the mythics in this set. I'd actually argue a lot of the mythics in this set. Roost of Drakes is one of my favourite cards in this set as well. But don't get me wrong, like Oran Reef Ooze is something we'd play, and we would play this in the same list of Roost of Drakes. But Roost of Drakes is just excellent by itself, and yeah, we're not gonna pass that up. Since we have a bit of time left, let's have a look at who else is drafting. If you are here, shout out to you. I don't recognise anyone here, but yeah, Roost of Drakes is going to be excellent. Hopefully we can make that work. Here we have some interesting things. No 2-drops. No blue drops, sorry, unfortunately, that we want to take. None there. Probably just going to take the Sproutling. Sproutling is excellent in the kicker list. 3 mana, 3/3, or you can pay 5 mana for a 3/3, and you can return a kicked card from your graveyard to your hand. So, yeah, 100% going to be the pick here. And we're going to eat these kicker cards up and hope that our opponents are not doing likewise. But the rare's been taken out of this pack, and this pack was passed to us really quickly, so our opponent's going to be probably building around their rare. They didn't consider the Sproutling. So yeah, we got a few good rogues in this pack, so hopefully someone else is going to be on rogues. Oh my god! Yeah, Roost of Drakes is going to be the pick here again. We're passing it into the Royal, but 2 Roost of Drakes. I think I've drafted a 2 Roost of Drakes deck once, and it was phenomenal. So yeah, maybe we can hope for a third, but we're passing it into the Royal. But second Roost of Drakes is pretty mental, and it's going to have to be a clear Risen Riptide here. Not really much else to consider. Yeah, nothing else to consider really. Not playing any of these. Definitely would rather be in blue-green than blue-white for kicker. And the Risen Riptide is going to go in excellent. See, the thing about kicker is kicker cards are really powerful just by themselves. You don't need the synergy of Roost and Drakes. So when you have synergy like Roost of Drakes, it just gets mental. So yeah, we're gonna be really happy with our Risen Riptide. And we're going to be really happy with our second Risen Riptide as well. We have all of these pathways already, so not even a reason to rare draft. So we're just gonna snap this up. And the good cards keep rolling with one of the best dual lands, I would argue. One of the best double face cards with Recovery. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand, as simple as, sometimes a land. This is something I'd normally trade for like a quarter of a land, rather than an actual land. And this feels like this might be one of them drafts where you have clear direction, you're going in that direction, and no one else is in your colours. But this makes me feel very solidly that we want to be in blue-green. And you know, I like Simic as a colour combination. It's quite good. So nothing truly exciting here, though we are just going to take a Glacial Grass since I am relatively happy with that. I think we're going to count the Sproutling as a 5-drop. Just going to pinch this up. Really don't like the Demon's Disciple. Played it in one list, but yeah, was not happy with it. This is one of the worst cards. Well, this is alright. I think I'm thinking of the 3-mana Snake instead that enters with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Thing is, the +1/+1 counter synergy wants to be Golgari, and Golgari's pretty poor in this set, I would argue. Yeah, oh my god, the good cards do keep rolling. Colony's really good, 2 mana 2/2 or 5 mana 4/4 with kicker that can trigger your Risen Riptides, your Roost of Drakes. So yeah, pretty easy pick. Not much here, but what so it's between a Glacial Grasp or Zoft Consumption. Because Zoft Consumption, if we end up with some things that can pick up lands, then Zoft Consumption could be quite good. Since we could just play loads of black double face cards if that works out. If you know what I mean, you play a load of double face cards in black and they just enter as tap lands, colourless lands, and then they have some utility late. I think I'm going to take a second Glacial Grasp. If there was nothing playable in that pack, then I probably would have taken that. I'm just going to take a Squid here. Just something in our colour. Nothing here at all, so I guess I'll just take Gloom Hunter. Taking a Gate, but not playing it. There's the Constrictor that I think's awful. So, bar the 2 Glacial Grass, I really don't want to play this here. better in other lists. This is not going to be a party deck. We haven't even got a single party creature yet. Ooh, and I literally just said this is not going to be a party deck, so we're not taking this, but nice rare to open. Are we going to have a lot of wizards? I don't think we have a lot of wizards in this list. Yeah, we don't have a single party member at the moment. So, +1/+1 counters. I don't think this is going to be the shout. Maybe we just want a flyer. Maybe a 4-mana 3/2 flyer is just enough. And it actually might be, since I really don't want to just get cheesed out to flyers. So we'll stay on course. I haven't played with the bug. I've seen it go off in some lists, but you really need some good synergy with it to make it work. So, going to take this. And we're actually hoping to will nothing from this pack. There's nothing. We'd like some more removal ideally, but sometimes just going bigger than your opponent is enough. But pack 1 and pack 1, pick 1 and 2, having 2 Roost of Drakes is pretty good. Yeah. Again, nothing really in this pack that we want. I don't think we're splashing white. And this isn't even that good because we're not in the party list. Maybe we splash black and we want the Moss Pit Skeleton. But we're not playing any of these other cards. I mean, we might play the Death Toucher, actually. Death Toucher is a good way to start the game. Forces your opponent to have some form of removal on it. And unlikely we're going to be splashing a third colour. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yes, Sproutling going to eat that up again. Sproutling, very good. We need some more good kicker cards to go with the Sproutlings. But hopefully we'll just pick up some cards. There's not been too much kicker just floating around. We've got a lot of, it's been really weird actually, because we've got a lot of kicker payoffs, but not a lot of kicker actual cards that we want to play. This list, this pack, what are we playing? A Cascade Seer that's going to like scry 1? Probably not. Play Scale the Heights, I guess. Probably not again. I'm just going to take the Pathway. I'm still missing some of them, and yeah, I'm not playing anything this pack, I don't think. Okay, so I like second Colony. I'd play a Spell Shield as well, but I'm going to take Colony. Stuff we can get back with the Sproutling. And just more kicker. I would actually play a Might of Murasa as well. Not that high on this card, but it's okay. I don't think I'll play third Glacial Grasp unless I'm really struggling for cards. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be one of them lists. It's been really weird since we've had a lot of cards with payoffs for kicker, like 2 Roost of Drakes, 2 Sproutlings, and 2 Risen Riptides, but not enough stuff with just generally good stuff with kicker. We do have the Cunning Geyser Mage now. We have Ruin Crab as well, but I'm not a massive fan of Mill unless you're really trying to make that work. We have Glacial Grasps, which I guess could be good, but probably just going to take the free drop. Good early game, good late game. All good round, and probably just going to take the Survivor here. Hope not to play it, but we might end up playing it. Again, we're in one of them situations where we could take the white card, and then if we end up splashing white, we could play a load of these. Or we could actually just play no white, play a load of these, and then if we get 2 or 3 of these, we could pick one up, and then we could use another double-faced white card to play that. If that makes any sense at all. Okay, probably going to be a field research here, get some card advantage. We don't mind casting this early since we have 2 Sproutlings. I'd really like the land as well, but I'm going to pass up first field research. I mean, the good cards are not rolling. I really don't think we're playing this. We're approaching like enough playables as it is. Maybe we need some end game. Looks like looks like red's wide open. To be fair, our colour combinations have been fairly good. So if we don't count this as a land, then we're probably running. Yeah, we got a good amount, or pretty good rare. But I think this is going to have to be an Into the Royal here. So we're looking for 6 playable cards in this pack, and then we'll have our list. And yeah, it's just going to be Into the Roil. I'd really like this Tazim Royal Mage as well, but we have 2 Sproutlings, and a lot of our instants and sorceries have Kicker. I guess our Glacial Grasps don't, but we're not going to pass up an Into the Roil. That feels like you'd be insane. And yeah, well, second Into the Roil, yeah. Makes me feel better for passing up the one where we had to pick between Roost of Drakes and Into the Roil. Just going to snap them up. Okay, so choices. Creatures to non-creatures. So we're either taking a Field Research or a Might. And I think we might just want the Field Research. Maybe we want Might to smash through. Yeah, might be better if our opponent's trying to trade off creatures with us. We have like 0 interaction at the moment, so having a fight spell might be okay. We already have 1 Field Research. I don't think we need the other. Yeah, I like just taking another Geyser Mage. We could have a second Ruin Crab by now. I think the same decision actually came up earlier between Ruin Crab and Mage. But I think we're going to make the same decision again. And Ruin Crab, I really think, if I picked up pack 1, pick 1 Ruin Crab, I might lean more towards the Meal route. We have double Glacial Grasp, but I don't know. And we have some cards that we could put in if we wanted to. We could like splash black for the Moss Pit Skeleton, which wouldn't be unreasonable to do. But probably just throwing in these before. We need like 2 more playable cards. I'd really, I guess I wouldn't like to play the Dauntless Survivor as well. Nothing here that I'd play. Red really seems open. Probably just taking the Stalker as a way to like close the game, but hoping not to play it. Oh. I mean, this is getting really insane. Yeah, well, this is obviously the pick, like, no doubt. Just take an extra 2-drop. This draft has been one of them drafts where you have such clear direction. Would we rather have Dauntless Survivor or Squid? I think we'd rather diversify. Have 1 Squid, have 1 Dauntless Survivor. Or we'll just cut the Dauntless Survivor altogether. So we're missing some late game stuff, and it's actually... The thing is, well, I guess we're missing a load of late game stuff, but a load of our kicker stuff is so expensive that it's considered late game. Like Into the Roil is a 4-drop. Roost of Drakes is a 4-drop. This is a 5-drop. This ideally is a 6-drop. This is up here as well. Tazim Royal Mage is a 6-drop. So that's more what our list looks like. And yeah, this is just a list already. Seems pretty good. We've had some clear direction this game. Pretty happy with how this draft ended up. This is definitely one of them more powerful decks that people will go to bed dreaming about. Even a Spell Shield to end up. Might play Spell Shield. And we even picked up a Pathway, which is nice. So this would be our list. Do we want to play the Spell Shield instead? Is there anything we really want to play? I could actually cut Squid, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut Squid. Yeah, I mean, I am happy to just run it like that and see how we go. Okay, we are on the play with our pretty synergistic Simic Kicker list. And we don't have any blue, but I think we're going to keep this since we have the colony. Something to do early. And if we ever draw some blue, we're golden. It could have been a reason to actually mulligan the fact that like our list feels powerful enough that we don't need to risk not drawing blue. And actually some of our blue kicker cards are actually required double blue. Our worst draw by far is Forest now. We're actually playing slightly more forests. No, we're playing slightly more islands than forests. Just gonna try and find some kicker. You can't pass up second Roost of Drakes, I think. If we draw a second blue, I'd find it difficult to believe we're going to lose this game. We have quite high incentive to trade off here, since we have Sproutlings. I think I'm just going to wait a turn. I wonder if that's getting too greedy. Probably. I'm just going to place out, actually. We have plenty to do later on. We'll just trade for this Scythe Cat. Opponent's just passing the turn. Now I think we're just going to kick. Discard Might, I guess. Just need to find lands. No attacks. We just need to survive. These Roost of Drakes are just going to take over, and our opponent's missing land drops. Felidar, but our opponent's missing lands. Oh. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. Our opponent knows we're waiting for this double island. See if our opponent has another land. They do. We can hold back the waves for a little bit. And here the fun begins. Next turn we go another Roost of Drakes, and then we get another one. Okay, so opponent's on 3 colour, playing Bant. Probably just going to trade here. So opponent have a removal spell. Ooh. There could have been a reason to actually block, double block there. I think we might just want to into the Royal here. Do we into the Royal now? I guess if we hit Island, we get to buy ourselves even more time. And I think we do it to the Trampler. Did not draw Island. I guess we get one more draw. I think we're going to hold Forest now to discard. Okay, so I thought we were just golden completely in the clear. Maybe not double blocking there hurt us a bit, or triple blocking. We didn't play around our opponent having a removal spell. So I believe we're just going to block 1 here. Take 5. One thing this list is missing is Bubble Snares. Nice, Diviner is good. So hoping for an Island. Island is good. So no attacks, and we're going to tap down one of these Felidars. We're still not in a great position. We're hanging on. Riptide's not great. So I guess our opponent gets to pump here and give +1/+1. How many times can they do it? 5. They do it once. So what, we have to block like this and lose our entire board? Yeah, this is probably over now. I guess we could... The problem is all of these are lethal. Maybe it was just not drawing our blue quick enough. Maybe we should have mulliganed. We almost certainly should have mulliganed. The problem is this creature is really annoying here, yeah. Okay, so unfortunate. Okay, we get to go first, and we're currently 0-1. We slipped up a little bit last game, probably by keeping too much of a dodgy hand, but this hand is more than reasonable. 4 lands. We don't have anything too early to do, but we can just play the Sproutling as a 3-mana, 3/3. If our opponent does nothing this turn, then we'll probably just field research next turn. Probably still just field research. I'm happy to take 2. It'll be a little bit behind on board. This will just guarantee we hit our land drops. Give us plenty of stuff to do. And then Sproutling can get this back later on, field research. Since you definitely want to target. Probably just going to play Geyser Mage and hold up Spell Shield. Or not. Probably going to do that the other way around. Hold up Spell Shield now and then Sproutling next turn to get back field research. So it looks like our opponent might be missing land drops as well, and they're maybe field researching here to try and find them. I'm just getting there for 5. We could play Chronicler and hold up Spell Shield. Like kick Spell Shield. Yeah, I don't mind that. This will hopefully dig for like Roost of Drakes. Tazim, Royal Mage, or Colony. Honestly, we probably just want the Colony. We have Sproutling. I don't think we're playing Colony out now, though. We'll kick it next turn, or we'll kick the Geyser Mage if we draw land. Or we could kick Sproutling. Tons of options. So we'll just kick this. Guess we get to cycle as well. Probably just discarding Diviner. Yeah. It's our only flyer, but the rest of our stuff triggers the Risen Riptide. So this is 5 mana, this is 6. So if we do this and draw land next turn, we can Colony No, we can't. Let's just, yeah, let's just colony. We'll just put an extra body into play. If our opponent's going to try and block the colony with their 2 Fisher Wizards next turn, then we can Glacial Grasp one of them. We'll just discard Might. Are we happy to trade Colony? Chronicler, sorry. We probably don't need to. So that looks like a really good target for Mage. Or into the Royal. So opponent gets to do a lot of cycling here. I also think we're gonna, so they chose not to cycle there. I think we're gonna bounce a Fisher Wizard instead of the Wind Rider Wizard. It's a lot to say. Since it forces our opponent to block. Or we could just like... We could into the Royal. And then if we hit land, we could also Glacial Grasp. And like I said, am I happy to bounce a Fisher Wizard? Probably. I guess this costs more. It's difficult which we choose because, yes, they get an extra cycle with the Fisher Wizard, but it costs less and they're forced to trade the Wind Rider Wizard. But I don't think this Wizard's going to be very good if they're not planning on blocking with it anytime soon. Or attacking with it. Okay, so Roost is good as well. So opponent might chump double block. They're probably definitely taking a double block. Nice. So we only trade with, we still trade with 2 of their cards though. Yeah, I think we're going to go for maximum value. Oh, nice. They got a relevant pathway. So, not the best in the Wizards list. Typically, they just have a lot of Wizards. This is really good as well. Opponent's going to get aggressive. And if we top deck land, we can Glacial Grasp. What we're discarding? This allows our opponent not to trade with the Risen Riptide. They have to trump block it, or they can take 5 more. Yeah, Risen Riptide is an excellent threat. I could see just playing Sproutling next turn to get back into the Royal. Opponent what has 4 official wizards. Nice. It's good. I don't know if it's four playable good, but so just getting all the triggers here. And I think here we'll trade off Colin and Chronicler. Kind of happy to just eat away our opponent's board now. So opponent's plan is still to block. Nice. Tazim Royal Mage. I was gonna say, can we close the game here? Probably just into the Royal, their flyer attack. Okay, we are on the draw, and this hand looks okay. Not sure if we're gonna play Colony on 2. Depends how our opponent starts. Probably are gonna play out on 2 now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks good. Don't mill a Roost of Drakes, please. What? Oh, it needs to target a creature. This is the first time someone's played this out against me without having a creature in play. I don't mind the mill actually now we've got the recovery. And we will 100% just trade these off. If our opponent has another duelist, then so be it. Yep. At the end of the day, these are just 1 mana 1/1s. This looks like it's going to be a fast game one way or the other. Let's take 1. So this needs us to have 8 or more cards in our graveyard. We have 3 currently. So our opponent can't really attack here. Maybe they feel brave. Nope. Sproutling's good. I think we're just going to get aggressive since our opponent's plan is to mill us. Nice. Always feels good when your Risen Riptide eats a big removal spell like Deadly Alliance. Okay, so 1 card they get. Probably the Might. Yeah, an opponent can't really attack here. They can mill us for 2. This is going to put us 7. And then I guess Sproutling can get back a card. I'm just going to attack here. I think Sproutling's just going to get back Colony. Just get back a 4/4. On this board, a 4/4 looks quite good. We still have the recovery to get back another card that's gets milled into our graveyard. So that is our 8 cards. Nice bubble snare. we just trade off our board here? These are very expensive to re-equip. We can always get back the Sproutling as well to then get back another card, like the Cunning Geyser Mage. So I get to equip twice here. Can we just trade off? This doesn't have trample or anything, just take 6. And we're probably just into the roiling this. No reason to wait, since if we draw an island, if we draw any land, we can do something else this turn. Yep. Yeah, I think we do it this way, so when we get back the Sproutling, Roost of Drakes looks good. Hopefully we can take over from here. This is a 3-mana 6/6, so not the easiest thing to answer. It's actually even bigger now. Probably just getting back into the Roil, actually. I'm probably going to chump with Drake here, and then into the Roil. Our opponent has to spend another turn deploying that. Again, doesn't have trample. It's just a big body. So keep that land in hand in case we draw something more relevant. Ooh, Spell Shield. Do we discard Sap? I think we discard Sapling here. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have another one. So essentially just milling a card here. Oh yeah, it feels bad discarding the Sapling, but I think all we needed was the interaction there, just hold our opponent at bay for a bit. Yeah, that was fun. Okay, we are on the play, and this hand looks really reasonable. We're going to keep... We're against someone in Mythic, so game face is on. I think we might save this colony for some extra value, since we're on the play. I think we're definitely going to save it now. Because we get to go Glacial Grasp on 3 if our opponent lays a creature into kicked Roost of Drakes into Colony. Opponent's on Selesnya. Yep. Oh, got some goodies there. So hopefully we pick up another green for this Colony and Sproutling. Any land gives us the Mage. Probably gonna hope for next green source, since we're still chipping away. Just gonna trade off here and prioritize saving damage. Hopefully we top deck land here. Didn't top deck land, but Roost of Drakes is quite good. So we're going to try and put our opponent on the back foot here. Yeah, double Roost of Drakes opponent was good in draft. I've been on the back end of a double Roost of Drakes and a triple Roost of Drakes before, so I know it doesn't feel good. It feels very hopeless, especially this early on. Yeah, I understand that. Okay, we are going first, and as long as we draw a land, this hand looks really good. So we're going to keep... I'm thinking we're just going to play Colony on 2. We'll see, but... Yeah, I'm just going to play Colony on 2. Try and get some early damage. The Might works really well with Colony as well. But it works well with any creature. Second Colony. Probably just going to play that out as well. Beat down with 2 lands. So opponent's on 3 colour. We'd rather them to play out a creature than attack our creatures. Do they have a way to spend the mana? No, I don't think there's many ways to spend that. Opponent's just going to take it. That's good for us. Do we just play out the Roost of Drakes? I don't think so. Really do want to hit land drops though. Nice. Bubble Snare is also good. Opponent looks like they're on the kill us before we can kill them plan. So let's attack. We will definitely trade our Might for this Mystic. Opponent doesn't want to. I think we're just going to play out the Roost of Drakes now. Not drawing land is hurting. Let's see how much they can pump this Mystic, though. Even if we can just get to Chronicler, because this will hopefully find us an Into the Royal or something. So we're taking quite a bit here. Yeah, I think we have to sit on defense now. But I don't have high hopes. Yeah. So we did draw land. Do it now. Since I think we need the extra turn, tap down. But if our opponent has a counter spell, then fair enough. Our position does not feel good, though. So probably going to have to kill 2 things this turn. Yep. And we can't target that. So that looks like that's game. We don't have any 1-drops to top deck. We can't kick anything in our hand. Yep, 1 mana off. That's really unfortunate. We had a pretty strong hand, I guess. We don't have any 1-drops, I don't think. I guess even if we played that, we couldn't trade. We'd be on chump block mode. Yeah, and here our lands come. Good game, opponent. Okay, we are on the draw, and we're currently 3-2. Lost 2 games to rather dodgy mana screw. So we're going to keep this hand. This is 3 lands. It should be enough. Glacial Grasp is going to draw us an extra land. We're also running 17 lands, so I don't know what's happening, but let's keep this. We're also playing against someone in Mythic, so like we always say, game face on. To see what we're going to do, I think we're just going to play the Death Toucher out rather than playing the Colony. Crawling Barrens is a good one, though. This is going to be difficult to interact with. This is non-land, isn't it? Yeah. I guess we'll let our opponent draw. No harm in that. So really hoping to draw land though. Calling Barrens is 4 to activate. Really want to draw land here. Land it is. Think we just get this going. We're going to sit back and trade with this Baloth. This is essentially a mythic rare. This hand can function on 4 lands. It'd be great if we keep hitting our land drops, but we can do some stuff. We can draw some extra cards. We can still play out some creatures. Got a fight spell for this Death Toucher. Yeah. Or just removal spell. Lands take 4. I'm gonna take 4 here since this Drake will hopefully be able to trade. I think I like just Glacial Grasp the Baloth. And we'll take 3 to deal them 2. I guess equally we could get him Risen Riptide. Does it feel worth it? I guess we could take 4. Yeah, we'll do this. I don't know if this is correct or not, but we can start closing the game quite a bit faster, and we can tempo our opponent with Glacial Grasp and Into the Roil. Just Into the Roil, into Sproutling, into the Roil is pretty good. So we'll take 6 here. Feels a little bit rough, but this Baloth should be the last attack they get. Won't have like a pump spell here. Yeah. But that was our opponent's entire turn. So we could attempt to ambush our opponent, but they're going to see an Into the Roil coming, I think. So we're just going to try and hit our land drop. Did not hit our land drop. I think we're just going to play this out. And I think the plan here is to trade. Nice. Into the Roil looks good here. Probably just going to do the same, try and hit land drop. Just reset our opponent's turn. No such luck. If our opponent wants to make the same play again, we'll probably just Glacial Grasp it. If they do 2 plays, probably just into Sproutling. Do I have another Might? Gets Indestructible. Kind of happy with this trade. Just get to trade this card for one of our Drakes that we made for free. Oh, our opponent also gets to utilize the fight spell. Pretty nice. So I think since our opponent didn't add anything to the board, we're just going to go with... I guess we'll go with the 3/3. And hopefully this is enough now. It's going to be very difficult for our opponent to beat. They need to double spell here. And them, like us, are missing land drops. Yep. So fortunately we have a Glacial Grasp. It's very difficult to say. To answer this Visionary. And we'd have 3 mana left over, so probably just Chronicler. I guess our opponent doesn't have counter spells. No spell shield as well. They could be scared of a spell shield here as well, since that would blow them out pretty bad. So land drops are coming through now. And we're just going to trade off here. We don't need the value. Probably would have been correct to tap this down and trade with Visionary. Yeah, that one certainly would have been correct. I don't know if our opponent wants to put this back on top, though. So probably just goes Baloth here. Try and kill our opponent next turn, since we know what they've got. And what they've got doesn't save them from our Drakes. So we missed quite a few land drops, and our opponent actually missed a few as well, but we managed to pull ahead and end the game with hopefully 6 cards in hand. So yeah. Oh, that was tough though. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so we are going first, and I think we're going to keep this for 3 lands. Glacial Grasp is an extra draw, and we'll just play these out as 3 drops. No issue. They also work quite well with the... oh, nice. Probably going to play this out. They also work quite well with the Diviner as well. So I think we're 4 and 2 at the moment. Hear the stomping of the crab in the background. Okay. I like just attacking here, I think. Opponent wants to trade. So I kind of want to try and hit our land drops. Nope, but field research will hopefully hit our land drops next turn. If we hit it naturally, we'll probably play Diviner. If we don't, we'll play field research. I really don't like these. I like these becoming more playable. We've seen this like a lot more in this draft. People playing these brutes. Really need to hit at least one land here, ideally blue. Green's okay, especially when paired with a 1-drop. And this deck, especially this hand, as well as just our deck in general, is going to probably be able to win most late games. So we're just going to hold back here. Trade off some creatures. And we're not too worried about this Swarm Shambler getting out of control, since we can bounce it later on. Ooh, nice. Does our opponent have one? No, never seen them get it. Probably just going to aim to trade here. Yeah, this will probably just be bounced later on. This is a warrior, no cleric. Opponent's just going to sit back. Might or Spell Shield. Might allows us to trade or eat one of their creatures. No attacks. Shambler's getting quite big. This might be why they're playing the warriors, just so they have some more. But they're in white, which is definitely the colour for warriors. Oh, this is unfortunate. I'm going to tap down the Legion Angel. Really need to hit land here. Land it is. Really need to be blue land, really. Do we just pass and threaten might? Probably. And if we ever find a blue land now, we're kind of in the money. We're running more blue than green. So we should be drawing more blue than green. Only one. Nice. Just takes out our flyer here. Yeah, this is bad. Even if we would have taken Spell Shield last turn, it wouldn't have worked out too well. Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble now. We need to find a blue source, like, really quickly. Into the Royal's not going to do it, I'm afraid. I guess Into the Royal's okay here. It's a non-land permanent, yeah. Okay. We don't get to draw, but we can bounce this Journey instant speed and then might the creature. So we get to kill this captain. If this maneuver works out. which I'd really like to kick just to get a cycle off the Chronicler, but you do what you must do. So opponent, I don't know how much this costs for them. So they chose not to do it this time. Oh, it's gonna maybe kick this. We're gonna have to take 4 more, try and draw towards lands. This is really unfortunate. And meanwhile, the Shambler's getting pretty big. Really like to find a land so we can mage this. Okay, they're deciding it's time to get in there. Probably, since we're going to bounce it back and it'll become a 1-1, we'll trade here. Land it is. I think we can't waste time getting down Roost of Drakes at the moment. I think we're just going to ditch the Royal Mage. I can't afford to attack. My opponent did nothing. They're surprised they didn't journey. They want to have a really explosive start this turn. Opponent gets to get in there for 4. We're probably just going to have to into the Royal this journey. So we have what? 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. So we could 4. We couldn't kick anything as well though. I think we're just going to instant speed into the Royal. We only have 15 cards left as well, so we have to close the game quite quickly. This whole game has just been us trying to draw lands and surviving. I'm going to hope to draw out of this. This is not very good. This is probably GG now. Oh. So we can bounce the Angel, block, take 6. But we don't get our thing back. But we can't replay Angel this turn. Well, we have 4. We'd have 8 lands next turn, which would be 4. So, like, block, take 6. Does not feel good. So, 8 lands. We could go 1. This is 6. And then have 2 mana left over for a Into the Royal. Equally, we could kick this. That makes 1 Drake. I think that's a little bit too risky. Just get back and into the Royal. We're not going to get our value out of it. This is a non-land permanent, so I don't want to bounce this now that Roost of Drakes is in play. So hopefully our opponent can't attack here. I wonder if we just want to Into the Roil our own Sproutling here and get back and Into the Roil. Have we got a Sproutling to get back? That was a perfect draw. And hopefully we can stabilize from here. We're very close to dying. Since we can make another Drake at instant speed and take our opponent, a creature out of theirs out of combat. If our opponent does nothing, we'll probably just repeat, bounce Sproutling, cast it, because each time we're drawing a card and creating 2 Drakes. We need to be worried about decking as well. I'm not sure what we're playing around here. Block. We'll just take the obvious blocks. Our opponent could have like a mass pump spell, but there's not many of them that are played. They're more likely to have a single pump spell, and they can only blow one of these combats out. And we can get back the... Okay, so I've not seen this played before. We get left with 2 Drakes though, so extra Roost of Drakes is good. So we have 5 with 10 mana. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 3 mana left over for Riptide. And we just get back the Sproutling, and then we can do the Into the Roil combo with each turn. Probably can get in there for like 2. This is going to be close. Do we just want to bounce back their creature and attack for how much is 2, 4, 6, 8? Probably, actually. Since I don't want to stall out this game for much longer. And hopefully we're just in a position now where we can just completely take over. Yeah, put a counter on. And hopefully next turn we've got this. Oh my god, this was close. This was very close. Land came up at the perfect time. But shy of a miracle, 2 mana, I think we can win this. 3 mana. I'm not sure what our opponent can have. I'm just gonna full swing with all the Drakes. Settle the Wreckage is not in this format, so we shall see. Opponent just shoots their own thing. Okay. That was incredibly close. And considering we only have 1 more loss till we're knocked out, we're definitely clenched at moments there. But we get to rank up to tier 3 in Diamond. Ooh. Okay, we get to go first, and this is a hand that is missing blue. I think we're just going to mulligan and hope for better lands, since I don't want to lose to not drawing blue. This hand is better. I think we're going to keep. Put this on the bottom. 3 lands, 2 drop. Yeah. Just going to have to play this out. Really like to play it, but our deck's very good at going to the late game. We're currently playing against someone in Mythic as well, again. I think we just play out the Death Toucher. In Dimir, I'm sure our opponent does not want to trade a Pack Beast for our Death Toucher. Yeah. Really need another island. I think we're willing to take the 2. Nah, we'll Glacial Grasp this. I like that we got a Deadly Alliance and a Royal Mage. Opponent's on Dimir, so they might be milling us a bit. The Sproutling might be quite good. Opponent's just going to take a turn off for Field Research. Probably just going to into the Royal this turn. And then next turn we can Sproutling, get it back. Or we could Colony. Oh, what? That's the first time I've seen that played. We're just gonna go Roost of Drakes though. This is the first time I've seen this played. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1/1, plus an additional 1 for each creature in your party. I mean, yep, it got us. Hopefully we're going to take over this Roost of Drakes. Unless our opponent gets us again. This is so narrow. You'd just run a negate above this, wouldn't you? Just gonna kick into the Royal. Looks like our opponent's missing land drops. Our Death Toucher is hopefully going to hold these back a bit. Yep. And we might have to resort to this into the Royal combo. It's going to sit back, where we just bounce our Sproutling back, draw an extra card. It depends. If our opponent's missing land drops, then we might do. Yeah, we're just going to discard these 2. God, our opponent, I don't mind the Mind Drain, but if our opponent has a second Mind Drain, we're in trouble. So we could have played the Colony out there, but I think we're just going to into the Royal. Nice. So yeah, what we're going to do is just bounce back our Sapling and then play Sapling again kicked. So we'll get 2 Drakes over it, draw a card. And keep doing this, because our opponent's not putting us under much pressure. Putting us under a little bit of pressure, but we can trade off some creatures. If we didn't have Saproling, another shout is to bounce the Roost of Drakes. But we're just going to keep doing this till our opponent forces us to do something else. And each turn we're making an extra Drake. They have to answer the Saproling, or counter the Into the Royal, or just kill the target. There are ways to interrupt this. We also have the Tazim Royal Mage and Into the Royal combo. So they just stop the Saproling, so they stop that. So gonna trade here. Probably just trade for this one instead. Take 5. So I like just playing one of these out. We should just probably play it for full value. Six power for 5 mana is pretty good. The decision was to like play one of these unkicked and then Into the Royal, so we can Tazim Royal Mage next turn and start a combo with them. But I think just colony's enough. Force our opponent to answer this now. Gonna bounce this back. They haven't got the combo of Roost of Drakes. But Into the Royal is pretty good anyway. Yeah, we're gonna trade here 100%. Or attempt to trade. Strange our opponent didn't do this. We have 6 cards. Strange our opponent didn't do this before combat, since this would have been a rogue triggered to mill. And this would have dealt us 1 more damage. Yeah, I kinda like just repeat. We'll just hold back this turn as well. Make sure this soaring Fort Thief can't get through. So as long as we're really careful and our opponent doesn't have some insane bomb, we should be able to pull this out. If our opponent can answer the Roost of Drakes, then we might be in a bit of trouble as well. We do have a second Saproling in the list. They're going to reanimate 2 creatures here. Or kick a... what's it called? I think I saw one in their graveyard. Nope. The 1-drop for free kicker. Opponent's just deciding what they'd like to do. Ooh, they're going to steal one of our Drakes for 3 mana. Kick a Bubble Snare on another one. It's a mill us for 2. So probably going to take us 2. We can't play Diviner and hold up Into the Royal. We could kick one of these. Gives us 2 Drakes. Can't really block that well though. Opponent has 1 card left in hand. Do we just kick a Tazim Royal Mage? There's not much we can really do with that. I think it just we pass the turn, but we don't really get anywhere by passing the turn. We can bounce the Fort Thief. And just attack. We can unkick and into the Royal if needs be. We can get it back with the Dazim Royal Mage, so I'm not too worried about like grinding out little bits of value here. Opponent has 1 card. So they get back like an Into the Royal here. Or the card that steals a creature. Into the Royal gives them the combo to be able to bounce the Dazim Royal Mage if they're looking for value. So they can counter a non-creature spell unless their opponent pays 1. Yeah, they're going to scoop it up there. So we're going to Into the Royal this Drake probably. Okay, we get to go first, and we're currently 6-2, so this is the final game of the draft, regardless of how we do, and what a fitting way to end. Double Roost of Drakes, we're going to keep. Could play one of these out if we don't want to get run over early, but I think we're going to hold it, and we'll play the Geyser Mage on turn 3, and then Roost of Drakes into Roost of Drakes. We'll probably actually play the Risen Riptide on 3. That makes a lot more sense. And this is going to be really difficult to beat. We might just run over our opponent here. Feels bad when you're in Boros and you're supposed to be the beatdown deck, but you got a 5/5 coming in from turn 3. This is going to be insane. And then next time we get to do the same, and then if we draw a land, we just get to bounce. Quite a nice way to end though. Double Roost of Drake's hand with a Risen Riptide. Sort of everything we wanted to, and we found our lands. We're not going to trade here since we definitely intend on racing. We even get to hold up a spell shield. This is good, but it can only trade with the Drake still. Opponent's going to take it. So land probably puts us in the driver's seat, or puts us into the lead. Opponent's attacking for 9. They put a counter on something. I think I might actually trade here. Against Boros, I don't really want to get sniped. Have a removal spell. Nice. So it deals 2 damage. All of these are warriors. So we still get to trade here. Kick, attack. And this should be nail in the coffin. So just got to survive this combat. But this was very powerful. Turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. Yeah, turn 4 and 5 Roost of Drakes into a colony. Obviously land would have been better there, I think, to bounce the War Leader. This doesn't do anything. Unless they can give this trample. At this point, we're sort of calculating what we're going to lose to. So we're going to leave 2 Drakes. Yeah, opponent's going to buff it up. Can they give trample for 1 mana? Nope. We lose both our creatures, but we have 2 lethal threats. If we draw land, then we have multiple lethal threats. So what do? Just kick. This was just a dirty draw, wasn't it? I don't blame our opponent for this. Yeah, really powerful. That's sort of how we drew up the list originally. So we lost early games. I think we lost game 1 of the draft to not drawing our lands, and then we lost like game 3 of the draft, 4 of the draft to not drawing our lands, and then we went through, ended up picking up loads of wins back to back. We had a few really close games where we almost didn't win because of not drawing our lands, but we managed to like pull it through in the end. But how do we think the list did? It sort of seems really self-explanatory how it did, but let's go over it anyway. I like to do a bit of a wrap up on the end of these videos just to sort of give an evaluation of the cards, see what we thought of them overall. So our early packs were, pack 1 was Roost of Drakes, and then also another Roost of Drakes in our second pick as well. So we had double Roost of Drakes straight off the bat, or maybe it was third pick, but 2 early Roost of Drakes. The decision was actually Roost of Drakes and something else, like a rare or mythic, and I straight away went for the Roost because I think that's an exceptional card. Pair that with double Sproutling and double Into the Roil is just exceptional. Filler cards that we wish we could have replaced were probably the Blight Blade, because we didn't have any fight spells, though it actually did really good in some of the games at just stalling the board. The Geyser Mages are good when paired with other kicker synergies, so like Sproutling, Into the Roil, and Roost of Drakes. Might of Murasa is something, this is the first time I've played. Triple Colony just worked out so well with, by itself it's not very good, but when you pair it with Roost of Drakes, it's just exceptional. Double Sproutling along with Into the Roil and Roost of Drakes is insanity as well. You saw in a few games we get to kick a Roost of Drakes, kick a Sproutling to get back and Into the Roil, to then kick the Into the Roil to get back the Sproutling, to then kick the Sproutling to get back to the Into the Roil, and so on and so forth until you've made an insane amount of Drakes and drew for your entire deck. We only had 1 double face card, but it's arguably one of the best double face cards in the set, I would say. Double Risen Riptide, I just wanted more of these. Filler cards were Glacial Grasps and also the Chronicler, not something that we expected to come up. This is not something that you're going to hetch to get. This is not like you have your Roost of Drakes and it's like, oh, I really want a Risen Riptide. You know one of them is probably going to show up. Chronicler is, we got super lucky to get this and it did really well for us in the games we drew it. Would have loved Mortazine Royal Mages, probably cut one of them for a colony just because of the synergy with them. 1 Field Research, I think this was enough since we had double Roost of Drakes, double Into the Roil. And that was the list. Like I said at the beginning, this is one of them lists that you dream of unpacking. This was insanely synergistic, and this is not something that you should really judge. This is like the top end level of the format that you're going to get when you're drafting a Simic Kicker list. There are better lists. Obviously, we could have had, like I went over, there was a few cuts that we could have made and better cards we could have picked up. But the core bits, the Roost of Drakes, Into the Roil, the Sproutling, the Colony, the Geyser Mage, the Risen Riptide, the land, like there was so much of this list, the Chronicler, that all just came together. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I hope it was really satisfying, because it was certainly satisfying to play. If you guys have been enjoying this draft, or maybe you've been watching other drafts on the channel, we have a draft every other day on the channel, and that's jumping between Kaladesh and Zendikar Rising at the moment. And we don't just post our 7 wins. Although this is a 7 win, we post pretty much any amount of wins within reason that we get. Because I think it's important to show all of them, show the different archetypes, and show that keep yourself humble. You might not always have the best draft, but you've got to do the best you can with that draft. And sometimes you can have an insane list and just get stomped. That's happened quite a bit in Kaladesh recently, I found. Less so in Zendikar, but more in Kaladesh. But yeah, like I said, we post the draft every other day on the channel. And every day in between them drafts, we are posting a constructed list. We recently had Anointed Procession. We had the Colourless Combo list. We've also got our mini-series happening at the moment, which is How Viable is Control in Historic. We've currently gone over Jeskai and Azorius, and next up is either Esper or Grixis. I haven't yet decided, but stay tuned on the channel. The next 3 or 4 days, that will be coming out. To make sure that you can get involved in all that and sort of check out when they're up, make sure you subscribe to the channel if that's something you're interested in doing. And if you enjoyed this video, drop it a like. But obviously, do whatever you feel like doing. I'm just happy that you enjoyed the content and were able to stick around to the end. Let me know what you think in the comments down below as well. Did we miss anything? Was there a separate colour we should have been in? Should I have picked up anything else? And especially in them games, when should I have mulliganed outside of the obvious you died because you didn't draw lands? Do you think it was reasonable to keep them hands? Do you think not? Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I really like reading the comments and hearing what you guys have to say. So it's actually a pleasure to read them. But yeah, guys, that's it. Just sort of rambling now to the end. Just going on the outro. But yeah, guys, until next time, please stay safe.